So in our last video, we talked about nutrition. We talked about how not having sufficient nutrients in our diet means that our bodies go into a stress response. So we talked about how organic is best. We talked about locally sourced fruit and vegetables. What we didn't talk about were meats and fish and so on. So again, those are the same really, getting locally sourced meats and fish is also really important because of course those things that we are getting access to are pumped full of growth hormones, they're pumped full of antibiotics very often, and so the more money we can spend on our meat and fish the better, even if we eat less meat and fish in a week. Does that make sense? So getting your protein from other things rather than the obvious ones such as meat and fish is a really good idea. Getting quality rather than quantity is much more important. So finding other ways of doing that with pulses and lentils and nuts and so on. So that's the nutrient point, the nutrient kind of talk of this. From a supplement point of view, I'm really passionate about this because supplements get a really bad name. And it's no wonder that they get a bad name, because to be honest with you, the supplement industry is like the Wild West without a sheriff. Nobody is controlling them. Nobody is going in and making sure that our supplements are safe. So my name is Dr. Jill Barham and I am a lifestyle medicine advocate. I come from a nursing background, so I understand the difference between food as medicine, the difference between medicine as in pharmaceutical medicine and supplementation or nutraceuticals. So pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals. But what I also understand, and what I've spent my last 10-12 years doing, is researching the difference between an ordinary supplement and one that is of really high quality. Basically, I could go into my local garage or into my own garage for that matter, and I could make you a magnesium supplement. And nobody would test it. I could sell it to you. It might not even have magnesium in it. There have been lots of studies done, particularly by the FDA, on some of the larger supermarkets in America, that have tested the off-the-shelf or on-the-shelf products that are there. And not only do they contain fillers and additives and all sorts of muck, a lot of them don't even contain the actual ingredient that they're supposed to. So supplements are really important if we understand that as a nation we are underfed, okay, or overfed and undernourished. In order to fill the gaps in our diet, I truly believe that the majority of us need to supplement. And in fact, 85% of the Western population supplement. 58% of the Western population supplement every day. However, it goes back to quality, because I don't want you to waste your money on supplements that have been made by large manufacturing plants and been white labeled. So in other words, somebody makes them in a big manufacturing thing somewhere. They're made out of synthetic ingredients, which means that they are not bioavailable to the body. Somebody comes along and they put their own label on and they go onto the shelves in the supermarket, into your local high street health store. Don't get me wrong, there are some of those in those health stores that are good quality supplementation, but you need to do your research. You need to understand the difference between the bog standard ones and the ones that are of higher quality. Because when you get a really high quality supplement, that's the thing that will fill the gaps in your nutrition that we all have, because it's really difficult nowadays to be able to get sufficient nutrition. Not because we can't get access to good food, because if we really work at it, we can. It's the effect that stress is having on our body that means that our bodies become nutrient deficient. And this is the point, and this is what a lot of people miss. It's not about our food, it's about our lifestyles. So my plea to you is that if you are going to take supplementation, and I recommend that you do, is that you do your research and you find somebody that you can point you into the right form of supplementation, and make sure that you are not over supplementing. That was a big word. Okay, so if you found this video interesting, then please like it, please share it, please subscribe, and I will be sharing some new and hopefully interesting top tips with you on a later video. See you then.